Good morning, folks. It's 4:52 a.m. on the first day, third month, 2023. I'm gonna slide a few things about here. Right, yeah, it's not a good situation here for the Northern Territories. Some of you people that still like it in inches won't be liking these inches if you was here along this corridor of devastation of Australia here. So I'm gonna switch back over to units more familiar by the people in the area. My gosh. Right. So here we go. I'm gonna roll this about now. That's your 3-day totals. And the 5s will start to spread out across. All I can show you on the 10s is yeah, again, this setup along the coast, and I'm not gonna agree with the numbers on. Because everything's getting held out from coming this direction right now by beamers that are absolutely defending this country here. I don't see any other way to call it that. But that, excuse me, I call it what I see. Geoengineering used for good. It's not the first time that I've seen storms held off or dissipated by a beam that was about to devastate a country, which if it is a good thing to see, but the fact that it had to be done in the first place is a bad thing. Right, you see this here, the bubble up is here. For all intents and purposes, this storm should nearly have passed over the top. But the vortex of this going like this, right? And this is vortex in here. These are going to start to equalize these pressures as it comes through, which will tend to stall this out a bit. But its trick is clearly going to go that way. I don't see a chance in hell it is coming to you because of the beam that Blenheim sent up. Blenheim is the one that did the beam and that moved the storm into Auckland. Everybody says, yeah, I'll show you it. It's called, let me get the file name. There it is right here. Blenheim's Guilt. Somebody said it was this one here. I said, no. Beam shed out from here, put the guide in here. There was another beam that was here in a square. This thing came here and curveball. There was nowhere else for it to go. When it hit that line, it stretched the center out. It couldn't go this way. All its momentum was wanting to. So the eye had to stretch, it stalled, had to do a bounce, and then that beam did a sweep. Yeah, that's what happened. That's somebody else's graphic and me correcting them. Or offering an alternative explanation. That's the day the sun went black. It did a weird thing. Never seen before. That's the image we got off it when it came. Well, I did. I'll have to find the video, but there's a timestamp of when it occurred. 3rd month, 7th day. Right. Gotta have your docs, man. Gotta be able to prove what you say. This is why I say that. So let's look at the 24-hour totals. It's probably the most important ones. Turn off some of this dramaticness here. Go to your... I want to see the thunderstorms actually first. I haven't looked yet today. Oh, we got some boomers along the coast. That's no surprise when you got chem bombs that flies, like this. That's not surprising me at all that you get some boomers here today. That's already been running. Not surprised. Not surprised. Look what's booming here. Boom! A big... Did you have an industry all along that line steam at once? I gotta take that hat off. Ah, that's better. Right, so I'll go back to your thunderstorm is here. Let that roll again. As you can see, the lack thereof over here is nice. You guys got some work to do, but you see this out here? That's a tendril. And this, most of your weather that's going to affect New Zealand is going to come from this direction and this direction. So stop looking north. Look south. Look west. You guys, you better look out for yourself, because, man, there's some badness. And watch out for your neighbor, but don't go fixing stupid. Pick your locations. This is going to be a devastating flooding event that's about to continually impact the nunters up there in Northern Territory. I could have called you nutters. Everybody else might agree. What do you 5 states think about just calling them nut? I like my contact, though. To see you in the NT is a nice term. What a great term to give the world. And I wear it with pride. Thank you very much for my alligator shirt, too. You won't see me wear it often. It's too precious. It's too precious. As it spins over into Queensland Prairie. You guys are just, you ain't stopped getting wet for months. You have had a rainy season. Yeah, it looks like they're planning some thunderstorms. They could tell you you're going to have a thunderstorm, right? But why don't they warn you? Hey, you guys, Saturday night, or in the middle of your afternoon, you might want to wrap up what you're doing out there. You're going to have some problems. Hey, Sunday, we'll give you just enough time to go to church and put your donation, and we get your ass back home. What's this they're planning? This is bad. These are very, very severe storms being planned. God damn, I'm going to change that stat. Hang on. I won't get in trouble for whistling. You can't hide these Cambam skies from me. All right, let's go to something you're more used to now, and we'll roll you the weather plan for the entire under-downer area. All right, watch these things swallow. I'll go into that on its own, but I've already rolled this, so I'll give you jump. Boom. The continuing movement of the Lando cane across the Nunt. When it goes into Queensland, is that the Gwent? You decide. It's an uncle. Oh gosh, I'm in the mood today. Wake me up at 3 a.m. My gosh. Well, feeling a song coming on. Someone needs some educating. My God, the government needs to lose its control over everything. When the government is a corporation, they could fire you. And they did during lockdown. They fired us. They made us all go to our rooms. Some idiots were actually banging pots and pans, happy that they was in their rooms for not because of a lying doctors, TikTok and nurses getting paid. They were so busy in the hospitals they had time to make dance routines. Yeah, it looked like a little bit of surprise going there on Monday. Yeah, I'm going to roll the whole thing. The way my internet's been going, I'm happy to take advantage of the moments I have. Here we go. I told you I'll gaffer tape a wire down today. I'm going to have what I pay for. And there we go. First significance for New Zealand hit near about Wednesday the 8th. And there's going to be some decent rains coming in this tendril. But will let them hold it off? Will they defend you? Every time they defend you, they're giving it to somebody else. You remember that. Every time a storm's supposed to hit you and you say, no, I'll use a device, it's going to rain somewhere else and maybe they're going to have your problem. Is that a nice thing to do? No. So therefore we need to stop geoengineering altogether. Because it's in the hands of people that are waging wars. And without your permission, they've just flooded out again. A 10-day cycle of absolute inundation of the far north and north of Australia here. As I'll go to your 10s on this. There's some big tendrils around in this stuff too they're working in. Big, huge stuff that comes through the island vortices. Yeah, so these pockets are very unpredictable. I have to say that. Until I see them come ashore. Yeah, the chem bombs will decide. But all I'm telling you here is, you see this area here? You're fucked. Absolutely fucked. They're giving you the big 10-inch. Right up the old wazoo. The old wazoo, they're giving it to you in the old wazoo. So let's go see if there's any factors driving today's weathers of a geoengineered natures. Well, let's see. A sustained Lando cane without the tropical heated waters and all this shit underneath it is one impossibility, or it's the whitest tornado you've ever seen without the wind. Or it's a chem bomb storm, which Robert warned. Why? Because I watch geoengineering, you meteorologists don't. Start admitting to it. And you'll be able to give a forecast that's accurate. Why? Because you admitted you was doing something proposed. Something proposed is being done as an actual, not without permission, supposedly. It doesn't look like it's ratified, and corporations are just doing it anyhow. Biggest pollution of all. Violating every Clean Air Act. Violating every kind of treaty against chemical weapon use, against weather warfare. No, it's not allowed. These are exotic weapons. They're classified as such. To use the proper word. Exotic. Cambonic weapons. Look at this shit. The Cambonic man. Do-do-do-do. And he died. Couldn't figure out why. Too much aluminum in the brain, maybe. How flat that roundness is, right? That's EMF, wow. And Alice will run this show. Alice Springs will run it. So let's run this on it fast. You'll see these waveforms I was talking about on my other live. Before the internet conveniently cut off when I was making a correlation between space weather and the graph not looking right. How solar minimum shouldn't have as many solar flares as we are. This will actually be spinning in ears like this, a vortex. But it's really long. Boy, is it bombed. Look at how everything just stopped, vaporized. So something has come down from Alice and absolutely blasted it. Some HARP type of thing or ESCATs. They got so many devices. To claim exactly which one it is to need the data that showed it, right? But I can see the effects of the glitches. When they tell you there's a glitch, you see the clouds they make. That's dizzying, and that's moving very fast, actually. Look at the chemtrails here. Right, you know where you are? Everybody know where you are? We near the doubles and all that. Tamworth, Mudgy, Smudgies and Mudgies here. Tamworth's up there. So look what the bastards did to you right here. Look what they did to your air over there. Over there and over here. They chem bombed your air. But that just stays in place, right? This just stays in place. Standing waveforms. That's the EMF propagating or nucleating the cloud condensates in the up and down. Oh, they wrote my name up here. How you doing, Robert? You bastards. They killed Kenny, you bastards. Chem bombs suck. So that was just a line of chem going underneath an existing line of chem. Hey, meteorologists, remember when occluded fronts where the cold sat on top of the high of the hot was unusual? Well, it's all the time now. Think about that too. Existing cloud deck, and you drop something cold on it, right? Or change the dynamics because lasers can cool or heat depending upon frequency, wavelength, and pulse time. That's fact too. Come on, talk science with me, scientists. You want a peer degree? Well, I should be getting an honorary one because I'll own all your classes. Yeah. You come on an official excuse, and I'll come with an official excuse of why I see what I'm doing is probably the most likely thing. Yeah, that bears further investigation. You always have to do bears further. In other words, don't bear investigation. It bears a grant with funding on it that told me to say this thing. Come on, be honest. Do your grants tell you to have a certain point of view when you look at them? Why don't you just do one without a grant and grant us the truth, please? Perhaps then you may be forgiven by your maker or wherever you think's going to judge you. As I look at this shit in your skies. Look at this clusterfuck here. It's a clusterfuck, sure. Triple shot. It's not natural. Can't exist like that. And little comas coming off them. Coma. Right? The center would be the nucleus. You want to use real terms. Look at the nucleus. Look at the coma. Look at you controlling the language of science. Look at this shit in your sky. That's all you got to say. See this shit here? Boom, 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 go to plumes. Does that make the point enough? Chemical catalysts in your sky to react with the microwaves to help strip ions. Ions also with the weather is huge. Temperature differences easily controlled by flows. And too many occluded fronts by the occultist leaders that seem to be propagating the harmfulnesses of the corporate policies upon the people of the earth and the creatures of the planet. And I say it's wrong to do that. Period. What you got going on here? Give that a minute to clear up. Whoa. Bzz, 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 bzz. See it? See the pulse coming out? I do. I see the change of flow. So then you have to go look for it. Yeah, you got bombed off your coast. You wasn't immune to the triangle vag cloud here. The dong, 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 dong. Look at it. That's chem bombs. These are chem bomb deployments. It's not fully loaded. Chem bombs, they came and took away New Zealand's sunny skies. And then it never dried out and none of the molds died. Yeah, it's going to be a shame. Watch out for the winds. Winds shaking on the trees on the hills could cause further slips, so be careful. Be very careful out there. A lot of this flows here you're seeing here when the wind blows over could be naturally occurring. Right? Like from that one spot. Unless that volcano hit is steaming, which is unlikely, because my messenger would have gone off if that happened. So that's not good. Alright, that should be in there by now. I want to see the bombing of Christchurch. Boom. Chemtrail. There's no airport from here to here. What would you say they might have had a ship? Hey, look, Q, go out and breathe that. Don't think it's too healthy, no. What time is it there? It's like a clock. Tick tock, till the extinction level event finishes. These are chem bomb formation. These ain't round cumulus clouds out there. These are chem bombs. See the squares? See this here? Come on, meteorologists, get with me here. You want me to have a degree for something you can't give a forecast. Why don't you come learn from me a little bit here? Let me show you how a storm gets swallowed by another using EMF. Let's see if we can get Mimic to work. Mimic has been a challenge. They took my old link down. I told you I have to watch. I had to go find a different one. Yeah. This one's got archive on it. Shh. No, I ain't giving it to you. Last time I gave a link, I lost it. Nope. Do your own homework from here on out. I just want to see these beams. The backing ups of this storm. Bzzzt. It's an aimer. Don't tell me that's a fucking glitch when it affects the clouds. Nope. That's why I said I think there's weather warfare. I think China is attacking. I think they have for a while. And finally, maybe there was enough of a meeting about it where Blenheim decided this storm is not going to happen to us. See if I can catch that moment. The very moment Blenheim said, fuck you, to the geoengineers by using geoengineering. Yeah, let me get you a good time span here. It's about there. Yeah, I've already looked at it. I should have had it up for you. Let's see, are we rolling? No comments yet. No nothing. Live going 39 viewers. Okay. We're rolling. You weren't expecting Weather Show this early. It's probably the best time. Now people are getting up, so I'm going to have to go quick. Let's just get this capture. Alright. Right here is a fire. Right, let's get it. Stop. Right, the beaming. Got a beam coming up here. That's going to hold that down for this to swallow it. I'm looking for a particular moment here. Give me a minute. Right about here. You see the square it puts over the middle. Slows the flow down over Cooks. Right? This beam comes off. It's here. And you see the shove. You see the pencil beams coming out from here, which is making me say Tiger's doing something. I'm double looking that. Bingo. Right here. See that one there? Right there. Hits that one. They controlled the whole dynamics. That flattens it out. See the flat come? Now beam from here scans. So I thought it was a ship. Could be. Could even be a plane. AWACS planes and stuff with lasers could do this. Michio Kaku told you about the weather. Could be clouds and stuff be created and controlled with lasers. They didn't let him talk about that too long before the show ended. See the beam shoot out here? This is not just a splice of the image. It affects the clouds and the dynamics. So I hear him moving around upstairs. So imagine data will go soon. Space weather dashboard. Right, I'm going to say this real quick. We're in solar minimum. We shouldn't have this many flares going on. We've had some big flashes. It's just counterintuitive that Australia is also always facing when there is a problem. Which dashboard am I got on here? We've had the typical upticks, but not seeing enough electron flux ticks to indicate that there had been a problem. We had a pass by with particles, but most of it has gone to in front of our orbit. Yeah, it'll be long gone. So it didn't give us a huge blast, but it was enough to see the sun go black. This is one of the most unusual things you'll ever see. The sun is, this is the second time it's done it. Right, the sun has gone black. Fuck. Right, let's get this on tape. Let's record this. So one of two things, they've either shut the camera off, or there's an object between I go with the, this is weird, folks. What the fuck is, hang on, I'm gonna do a further investigation. It wasn't like that when I showed it earlier. I'm glad I filmed that earlier, folks, as this is different now. On. That was really weird. See? Boom. Something's in between the thing and the sun. So we're going to keep an eye on this today. The sun has gone black. On that image. I'm looking for Chris. No? Chris Timons. Alright, there's a Chris time. That's weird, folks. That's really weird. Very weird. Very, very strange times. Very, very strange times. You have to excuse me, man. It's numbnutted me. Fuck. Well, I'm going to jump off here. I'm going to record this a little differently so I have it for my data. It's the second time I've seen that happen. Fucking weird. Very, very strange. Very, very strange. See? Okay. Let's see if this one's got it the same. Fucking weird. Maybe it has something wrong with satellite. That's weird because I'd said that in my other video. There's been through. Oh, what happened there? Yeah, we've had some. That's the impacts of flares usually. No, that's at the time the sun flashed black. It's just like this other image I got. Look. See this here? That happened the last time. Wait a minute. This is really, really weird. The fuck is that? That's a solar flare coming out. This is very strange. On at 52. Off at 56. Gone at 01. Gone. Just gone. Hey, you guys down south, you're still seeing the sun, right? I'm going to do the next logical thing I can do is the sun's up somewhere. I'm going to show it's still there. It's like I'm a logical person, right? That's just a weirdness. If we get sunshine anywhere, I guess you're out west would be a good place to look. It's the sun. Sun's up there. Sun's up there. Sun's up there. Or did it just flash? Because that 01 date is about 8 minutes old. Hey, the sun's up. So, it's nighttime there. So, yeah, anyways, that's a weirdness. I'm tired. My voice is about gone. I think I've given about as much as I can today. Big love, people. Stay safe. Peace. I'm tired. That was weird. The sun has gone out, but yet it still shines.